is actually pointed, so it's a little more coarse. And
we like that texture though, that little bit of coarse corn.
I do. And then a cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, white sugar. I actually like to interchange white sugar and brown sugar a lot, especially it just has more flavor, but the only difference between brown sugar and white sugar is the brown sugar actually has molasses in it. So if you want to make your own brown sugar at home, just take white sugar and add molasses to it.
I have done that in a pinch. You know, you get like about halfway through a recipe, you're baking something and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm short a cup of brown sugar or whatever it is. That's a great little trick to know in a pinch. If you have molasses and you have white sugar, you have brown sugar.
My wife's a baker, and she's run out of brown sugar before in one of the bakeries she was at, so they just made a big batch of brown sugar in a huge 50-quart mixer.
Easy. Nice.
So we got 1 egg here. I'm cracking egg with one hand. I taught myself by sitting there and cracking 60 flats of eggs, and 1 flat of eggs is 30 eggs.
So you got it down. What'd you do with all those eggs?
We made scrambled eggs.
For 100 people, or?
It was in college. It was when we were doing breakfast.
Okay.
So there was, I think it was 1.25 cups of milk. This is baking with a chef. We don't measure things very accurately anymore. 1/4 cup of creamed corn.
Okay, so adding
you get a little
in there.
You get some chunks of corn, and then 1/4 cup of oil.
Nice. So you really could just take your favorite cornbread recipe and add in some of that cream corn. Would we scale back on, if our recipe didn't call for cream corn, but we love that idea. We scale back on the liquid.
Scale back on your milk.
Okay.
And then actually, you know what would be really cool to do this? You can actually add smoked meats to it too.
Ooh.
That would be interesting,
Maybe
right?
some bacon.
I like that.
Do it!
Throw a little brisket in there, why not? Hey, if you got it, you may
If you
as well
did, right?
throw it in there. Extra flavor.
Use my little long tweezers here.
Perfect.
Just a little bit in there.
Brisket cornbread, I like it.
And then I have my oven preheated to 350. And then these molds, which have been sprayed a little bit. And then they're going to get filled about halfway, each one. And these are bigger molds than what you guys have, unfortunately. So commercial ovens are bigger than kitchen ovens, like Whirlpool provided us. And the mold I used is about this big to make all those, all 300 that we made, and it doesn't fit in the oven.
Not in this one.
No.
I would love to see that oven though. I may have to journey to the kitchen so I can see the oven that a giant 300 mold fits in.
Well, it's I think 5 dozen in one.
Wow.
One mold. And that's how you get those cute little buttons. Because food can be cute, right?
Oh yeah. Well, these are a perfect size for a tailgate too. If you've got a lot of people coming by and you want to just have something for people to nibble on, that's a perfect size.
So we have our cornbread in the oven. We're gonna let that go for, so being a chef, everyone asks, Chef, how long is it gonna take? Till it's done. So when I say that, it means 10, I always check everything in the oven after 10 minutes, unless it's a prime rib, then it's obviously gonna take longer. So I'll check it again in about 10 minutes. So these are our